The most important financial risk for most businesses today is vehicular liability. Why? It affects everything. The bottom line, competitiveness, pricing, and most important, the company's assets. For most small businesses, a major liability claim, someone killed or seriously injured in a crash, can drastically change the financial condition of the company. In just a moment, one incident. If your employee is driving a vehicle on company business, you are probably responsible for what they do, whether it is a company-owned vehicle or a personal vehicle. So let's look at the basic steps. Step 1, identify the risk. The first step is to be aware of what can happen. Did you know that approximately 20% of business vehicles will be involved in a crash each year? There are many things a business owner can do to decrease the risk. If you recognize this, you have done more than many businesses have done. Step 2, implement strategies. Strategies to manage the risk. It is called risk management for a reason. Underwriting is done by insurance companies on the basis of their experience with you, with your business, with your drivers. Premiums are based upon that experience, good or bad. That is, premiums can also be reduced by not using your coverage. So let's talk about strategies for protection. Triangulation in a structure creates strength and stability. This is especially true in vehicular risk management. So let's define the 3 critical areas of managing risk. Number 1, evaluation. Just because an employee has a driver's license does not mean that he or she is a skillful driver. How does he handle a crisis? Can he manage himself, especially after driving in stress for several hours? Does he have skill to manage the vehicle while driving in a slick road condition? Or does he just have a driver's license and have a few points left on his license? Number 2, training. Every business has training programs to do the specific tasks of that business or job. If that employee will be driving a company vehicle, he needs to be evaluated and trained. Otherwise, he is putting the company at risk, your company. Failure to train can put a company in an indefensible position. Training can increase the defensibility of the company and its drivers. And it can frequently reduce the costs of insurance, enough to pay for the cost of the training. Many driving safety meetings are done to check a box. Effective training is done to reduce a risk. Number 3, policy and procedures. The policy and procedures relative to driving a company vehicle should be clearly and thoroughly defined in a manual. The policy should cover such things as who can drive a company vehicle, personal use or not, no unauthorized drivers, family members, etc. The DMV records updated periodically. Number of points allowed. No impaired violations. The company's expectations as to what is necessary to accomplish the job. Accident reports and instructions. Pre- and post-inspection of the vehicle. Every qualified driver of a company vehicle needs to be a good, skillful, defensive driver. Every driver needs to know how to respond to crisis situations and conditions. Every driver needs to learn how to use the new technology systems of that vehicle. The MasterDrive experience has conducted crisis driver training for Special Forces of the U.S. Army, special vehicle training for one of the largest mining companies in the world, Rio Tinto, the U.S. Postal Service, law enforcement agencies over the United States, from Frito-Lay to the Catholic Church, from the United States Air Force to the United States government, for major international automakers Porsche, BMW, Audi, General Motors, Ford, Saturn, and more, and specific coach training programs of performance instructors for Porsche Club of America and BMW Car Club of America, among others. With a well-defined risk management program, a company can reduce their risk by 50% or more. The actual results of the MasterDrive experience has reduced the risk of major companies by 54 to 75%, based upon comparison to a control group. For more information, contact MasterDrive.